An international contest for your entertainment. This is the lightweight Muay Thai division. Elliot Compton against Anthony Njokuani. Muay Thai's global rule set accounts for 3 3-minute rounds. The 10-point must system is what the judges will use to determine the winner. 3 knockdowns in a single round means that there is an automatic technical knockout. No throws, no grappling here.
I think my superior skill set will win this bout. My work rate and the pressure that I'll put on him right from the start, I don't think he'll be able to maintain that same pressure that I'll be able to bring to the table in this fight.
I don't think I win in this fight. If I play my cards right, I think I could win with the knockout. If I keep my movements going and I play a smart game, I feel like I can keep the fight on my hands 100%.
I think I have many skills that are better than my opponent, but I think the skill that will win this fight for me is my warrior spirit.
My strengths is my speed, my power, and my elusiveness. I like to move a lot.
I 100% believe that I will win this fight. I've trained too hard. I've sacrificed too much. I feel like I will finish the bout with either with a nice little knockout or take it all the way to decision.
Compton is from Australia. He's based himself in beautiful Brisbane these days. Anthony Njokuani is a Nigerian now living in Las Vegas, Nevada. So, Muay Thai, international style for all of our international viewers around the world. And my goodness, we've got lots of you tuning in and giving us a wave on Facebook. It's good to have you with us. The One Championship app is a great place to go to make sure that you know exactly what's coming up in terms of one Hero Series, one Warrior Series, and the big show. Still plenty of events to come between now and the year end. So keep yourself apprised of that. It's been some year, Gianni, hasn't it? That's a big event. The 100th event in Tokyo was memorable, wasn't it?
Very memorable. A lot of action-packed bouts, champion versus champion bouts going on all week. We had the One Warrior Series prior to that as well. It's been a long October.
Angla Unsung winning the light heavyweight title against Brandon Vera in front of some absolutely rabid Burmese fans. They really made a show for everybody, those guys. Great atmosphere there. Slightly different setting here. We've got up-and-coming and aspiring athletes looking to join those superstars on the One Championship roster. And in the Super Series Muay Thai using mixed martial arts gloves, these two are competing precisely for that. Njokuani is 3 centimeters taller than his opponent.
Both these guys have been in the game for a while, Steve. They're not aspiring. These guys have experience. And Njokuani from America has a real elusive style. Lots of movement, lots of feints. Whereas Elliot Compton, like he said in the preview, is going to come at him from a get-go.
Very laid back on Njokuani, isn't he? Just got that head down, chin absolutely tucked in. My goodness, he lifted that foot up quickly enough, but he's got that chin really tucked in. Ready to unleash big bombs. Looks as if the left hook might be something he's looking to land as Compton comes in.
Stop time!
Inadvertent low blow there by Njokuani. Lifted the left leg up. It was a front kick that kind of caught Compton right as he was coming in. Unintentional for sure.
Yep, there it is. He just changed the distance between the two athletes, Compton, didn't he, by coming in, and that probably accounted for the misjudgment. No complaints. 3 minutes is the time that Compton will have to recover, but it looks as if he's coming straight back into the foray. A little bit more movement this time then from the Nigerian. Really looked super composed before that stoppage, but he's a little bit lighter on his feet now.
Anthony and his brother Chitty both training out of the Team 6 on Janjira Muay Thai gym in the Vegas. Very fluid on their feet.
Well, he's yet to show us that. He's quite stable on his feet at the moment. Right hand there from Compton missed, but he followed up with a knee. Compton, the busier of the two, but that doesn't mean much at the moment. These two are, let's say, warming to the task, and
It was a left rip to the body and a right straight over the top that hit Compton right in the side of the ear.
And he's certainly taken a moment to consider whether he wants to continue. He's up on his feet, but he may well be quite hurt there. Certainly didn't pop straight back up. He's just absorbed a lead right hand there. And you get the feeling that Anthony is wanting to finish this quickly, although he's not wasting any energy in the process. Little punch to the back of the head there that Anthony was complaining about. They touched gloves, lifted that knee up nicely, and receives a nod of appreciation from Njokuani.
Compton coming right back after that knockdown. Not backing down.
Really had to, didn't he, Gianni? Because he looked for a moment there as if he didn't want much more. Holding his opponent there again, this time for a little bit more respite.
Njokuani has been going to the body. You see that with the front kicks. He's going to the jab, left rips as well. Maybe he wants to slow down the pressure of Elliot Compton.
Moving from southpaw to orthodox. Njokuani, he can change his stance at ease. A little bit more significant, isn't it, for Muay Thai athletes and kickboxers, because it's not just a question of leading with the hands, it's a question of which kick you'll favour at the time. So if you can mix it up a little bit and become a switch hitter, it's slightly more significant.
Here's the knockdown here, rips it, goes to the head with the right hand, clips him on the side of the head.
Yeah, didn't hit it full on, did he? It was easy to say a glancing blow, but maybe not actually. Maybe just hit him right on the side of the chin, and then the follow-through came along the side of the head. There did seem to be a solid connection, very, very initial part of the contact, and then it just brushed the side of the head as he followed through. Certainly shook him up though, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a big shot by Njokuani. He stayed composed after that, didn't look to rush for the finish. Compton needs to step it up now. You have to think that was a 10-8 round because of the knockdown. Elliot Compton has ground to game here.
Yeah,
ground to gain.
Just refresh that the judges will score round by round, and a 10-8 effectively means that he's 2 points ahead. A standard rounds victory would give you a 10-9 score, so Compton has quite a lot to do, and that may involve a knockdown of his own if he's to get back into this one.
Njokuani just utilizing the lateral movement so well. He's getting away from the strikes of Compton and then popping his shots in.
Yeah, nice popping left hand, wasn't it? Followed up by a kick, but Compton came straight back in with a kick of his own. Looking for that elbow as well during the striking stakes. Compton constantly has been in an orthodox stance. He's now thinking about a stray finger to the eye, but he doesn't want any time out.
Lots of respect shown by both men. Another low blow.
And this has got to tell slightly, hasn't it? There's of course no intention to foul, and nobody's ever going to say that. But if you receive 2 low blows and the odd finger in the eye, you can't just brush these blows off, can you?
Yeah, he's got to watch. He's got to be a little bit more cautious, but you can't blame him. He's switching back and forth from orthodox to southpaw, and sometimes the range switches. Like you said, when Compton steps in, the range switches. So when he goes to the kick, inside leg kick, if Compton steps in, sometimes the low blow is going to be there.
Stop injury time.
Accidental they may be, but there's no question about it. This is going to tell on the body of Compton.
Ready, go!
Trying to reduce the distance there, Compton pushing his opponent into a corner.
And that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to cut off the movement of Njokuani and land his strikes.
Still got that chin really tucked in, Njokuani. Head down.
That was a beautiful check left by Njokuani as Compton stepped in.
Currently orthodox, but he'll switch to southpaw at will.
It's good level changes. Goes to the head, goes to the body. Keeps going back and forth. Oh, now that's what he needs. Compton needs to switch it up. Sweep him, off balance him, and look to strike.
Left hand from Njokuani was a nice one. Referee breaks them up and ushers them back onto the breach. Right hand was a peach of a shot. They were right involved in a little tussle, and the two of them, they were both exchanging, but it was Njokuani that snuck in a super little right hand, and it dropped Compton to his knees and beyond. And again, he's taken a full count there to recover. And Njokuani must see that as good news. He'll continue with a minute left to try and finish this one. Remember, 3 knockdowns in 1 round. And there's another foul blow, and it's a finger in the eye. Now, of course, I'll say it again, no one's saying that these are intentional, but you've got to take points off if you are reckless enough to foul 4 times in the...
Yeah, you hear the referee telling him that's his last warning.
Well, surely that's enough, isn't it? 4 in the space of less than 2 rounds? Because these take a toll on the body of the recipient.
They do. And Njokuani just needs to be a little bit more careful with his fingers. He's extending them. I think his reach is so long that he just catches Compton in the eye.
You don't laugh off an illegal blow to the groin. You don't laugh off a poke in the eye. And he'll be well advised, especially seeing that he's been knocked down once in this round, Gianni, to take the full 3 minutes here and make sure that he's fully recovered. He's fully entitled to. That's what he's got, 3 minutes to take that medical examination if he needs it from the doctor. He was just consulting with the doctor there. Look for that recovery. I think it would be remiss of him not to do that. Jumping straight back into the action's asking for trouble. Remember, he's already been dropped once in this round, and it was a good blow as well.
Ready.
So, Njokuani evidently on his last warning. Let's see how that manifests itself in the way he comes forward. Because he has to think more carefully about things now. Can't be as reckless as he was before. Nice jab. Jumped into it.
Feel the tension now, both these guys. They're going to look to unload.
You're absolutely right. It is getting a bit tense out there. Njokuani on the edge of a disqualification, potentially. Compton has been dropped a couple of times. Coming to the end of the 2nd round, the 3rd round. Absolutely critical, you think? Nice left hand from Njokuani. Compton looks to try and take advantage of the fact that his man was just caught off balance. Just for a moment there. Not much more work that can be done in this 2nd round. Although it won't stop them competing. You'll see that respect and the shake of hands at the end of that 2nd round. It's going to be an eye-opener, the 3rd.
Yeah, the switch hitting of Anthony Njokuani has paid dividends for him. Look at him. Starts in the southpaw. Jab. Follows through with the cross. It's more of a front-hand jab, actually. Just from the southpaw stance, lead cross, and steps forward with the jab. Yeah,
you're right. He was leading with the right hand at the time. But it's because he switches so often, because he's got such long arms, he can send in with power. I don't think he's too concerned about which hand he punches with. A little nick there, the corner of the right eye. Nothing too damaging, I think, but that's probably caused by the fingerless glove, isn't it?
I think that it has to
poke.
Njokuani, 2 knockdowns now, going into the 3rd and final round. Elliot Compton has not found a solution for the movement and the switch hitting of Njokuani. I like to see him go to the clinch a little bit, make it dirty, close the range on him, tie him up, land some elbows. He was looking to find some elbows in there, but Njokuani just has not been there for him.
Muay Thai and kickboxing is 26-2, Njokuani. Compton 46-11. So more experience. He's younger though, actually. Njokuani's 39. Compton is 30.
See that Njokuani is just taking his time, using the full ring.
Well, Compton just saying, look, if you're going to continue to move, we're not going to engage, are we? I think he's appealing to the referee more than his opponent.
But you can't blame him. Njokuani's coming off 2 knockdowns.
Stop time.
So, it's gone the other way now in terms of low blows. A little bit untidy, but tit for tat, I suppose you'd say.
Tit for tat. Both these guys are very, very high level, but this bout has been marked by a lot of unintentional low blows and eye pokes. It's just a look there, just spinning back kick.
I'm not so sure of you. That seemed waist high, and it only seemed like the toes.
I think it hit him on the top of the cup.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was particularly damaging. Possibly illegal, yes, but well, easy for me to say.
Yeah, but Elliot Compton could use this break right now as well. He's got a final 2.5 minutes plus minus to go in. He needs to look for the knockout to win this bout.
Yeah, he's got to do something big, hasn't he? He's got to finish it, really.
He's got to finish him.
We're potentially talking about being 2 10-8 rounds down.
Ready.
4 points in the hole, so really it has to be a stoppage win for him. And that is the reason that Njokuani was on his bike earlier on, because he's got no need to engage, has he?
Yeah, Compton's still very dangerous. He's been looking for the elbow since the first round.
Yes, he has been showing us that, hasn't he? Hasn't really landed with it, but he's thinking about it.
Yeah, and with those little gloves, one shot is all it takes. One shot changes everything.
And I get the feeling that Njokuani really wants to check out here. He's ahead. He knows he's ahead. There's just no point mixing it up.
But you see there him exchanging, committing with a jab cross kick, a cross jab kick, excuse me. The cross jab was what earned him the knockout in the second round, but there he followed up with a good, beautiful left kick.
I think he's happy to settle for what he's got, Njokuani. If he sees an opening, of course, he'll take it. It's a sensible thing to do.
Enough.
Held the leg.
Ready. Go.
Down went Compton. He's really got to find some desperate stuff. And again, hands on the hips saying, engage me. How can I hit you if you don't engage? Well, that's Elliot Compton's problem to solve until the referee steps in. No point standing there with your hands on your hips. A minute left for him. He's running out of time.
Exactly. Compton has to push the pace here. The referee is not going to help him. Njokuani's landing his shots. He's ahead on the scorecards. Compton is the one that needs to push the pace.
Absolutely right. 45 seconds left. He's got little time, and again he's standing there a little bit frustrated, but it's not his position to complain about. He's got to get in there and do the work. And Njokuani's defense to that kick has been pretty solid since the start of the bout. He'll lift that left arm up there and just knock it away. There it is once more. Knock it, hold it, either will do.
Quick.
The ignominy of having to pull yourself up from the mat once more is Compton's. He's running out of time. It's been a very professional performance, albeit dotted with a few foul blows and pokes and what have you. But it's a victory that will belong to the Nigerian these days, based in Las Vegas. His cumulative record in Muay Thai and kickboxing looks like it will improve to 27-2. Elliot Compton about to drop, one presumes, to 46-12. He just couldn't find the right idea in the end, Gianni, could he?
He really couldn't. Anthony Njokuani was never there for him. So calculated in this bout. Landing the shots that he needed to land and was never there for Compton to return. One knockdown in the first round. Another knockdown in the second round.
That's nice. Yeah, we like that. Even amid the low blows and what have you, great sportsmanship. Compton goes over, just fakes a little blow long after the final blow, but all in good fun. Here's the official decision then. And it is, as we thought, Njokuani who wins this one. The assassin, they call him. He beats the dragon in this Muay Thai Super Series contest. We've got more Super Series bouts coming up, this time in kickboxing. We're coming